Godzilla, king of the monsters. A colossal, fire-breathing, city-stomping icon who's been terrifying and thrilling us for over 70 years. But here's the million-dollar question. Could we actually create Godzilla? Stick with me because we're diving into the wild, mind-blowing world of biology, genetic engineering, and physics to find out if we could build the ultimate kaiju or Japanese giant monster, and what it would take to make it happen. Let's roar into it. First, let's break down what makes Godzilla, well, Godzilla. This guy's no ordinary lizard. Depending on the movie, he's anywhere from 50 to 150 meters tall, about the height of a 50-story skyscraper. He weighs up to 100,000 tons, breathes atomic fire, and can regenerate from near-fatal injuries. Oh, and he's got a serious attitude problem when it comes to coastal cities. So, to create a real Godzilla, we need a creature with size, strength, energy output, and resilience that defies nature. Let's see if science can keep up. Godzilla's loosely based on a mix of dinosaurs like T-Rex and marine reptiles like mosasaurs, with a dash of radioactive flair. So, our starting point? Reptiles. But we're going to need some serious upgrades. Little known fact, Godzilla loves sushi just like any true proud Japanese national would. His favorites? Spicy ahi maki roll and of course ahi nigiri. Now let's get back to genetically engineering Godzilla. Let's start with size. The biggest animal ever, the blue whale, tops out at about 30 meters long and 200 tons. Godzilla's way bigger. So, how do we scale up a reptile to kaiju proportions? Enter genetic engineering. With tools like CRISPR, we can edit DNA to tweak growth hormones. Scientists have already made oversized lab mice by tweaking growth genes like IGF-1. But Godzilla's size? That's a whole new level. Here's the catch. Size isn't just about genes. Physics gets in the way. The square-cube law says that as an organism gets bigger, its volume and weight increases much faster than its surface area. Godzilla's bones would need to be insanely strong to support his weight, and his muscles would need to produce enough force to move 100,000 tons. Carbon-based bones like ours? No way. We'd need to engineer something like carbon nanotubes or graphene-based skeletal structures. Materials stronger than steel but light enough to keep him mobile. But what about his heart? Something's gotta kickstart this thing. To pump blood 150 meters up to his brain, Godzilla would need a heart the size of a small car beating with the force of a jet engine. Oh, and his lungs? They'd need to be massive to oxygenate that blood. We're talking biological engineering on a scale we've never attempted. But let's say we pull it off. Now we need that iconic atomic breath. Godzilla's atomic breath is his signature move. A glowing radioactive beam that levels buildings. Could science make this happen? Let's get creative. One possibility, bioluminescence on steroids. Some deep-sea creatures, like the anglerfish, glow using chemical reactions. What if we engineered Godzilla's throat glands to produce a high-energy plasma, ignited by a biological spark? Now, to make it atomic, we'd need a power source. Godzilla's often depicted as a walking nuclear reactor. Scientists have theorized organisms could harness nuclear energy via specialized enzymes or symbiotic microbes that process radiation. Imagine bacteria in Godzilla's gut converting uranium into energy, fueling his fiery breath. Sounds wild, but we're already studying microbes that thrive in radioactive environments like those near Chernobyl. But here's the problem. Radiation is messy. Godzilla would need shielding to avoid cooking himself. Maybe his scales could be plated with lead or a futuristic metamaterial that absorbs radiation. This is sci-fi territory, but DARPA's working on radiation-resistant materials, so maybe? Godzilla takes a beating, missiles, lasers, other kaiju, and keeps coming back for more. This is where biology gets really fun. Some animals, like axolotls, can regrow limbs thanks to stem cells. We could engineer Godzilla's cells to hyper-regenerate, repairing tissue faster than you can say Tokyo's toast. But regeneration needs energy, lots of it. Godzilla's metabolism would need to be a powerhouse, maybe fueled by that nuclear reactor we mentioned. His scales? Think of them as bioarmor, like a rhino's hide mixed with Kevlar. We could engineer proteins like keratin with molecular reinforcements, making him nearly indestructible. After rampaging Tokyo, Godzilla likes to kick it with some old-school trip-hop and a bowl of ramen from Tokyo's oldest ramen restaurant, Manpuku, serving up this classic dish since 1929. He enjoys this delicious bowl of heavenly goodness while he reads the newspaper, highlighting his escapades of destroying the city just hours ago. Classic. Full-on classic. And now to one of the most important items. Let's not forget his brain. A creature this big needs a nervous system that can coordinate city-stomping chaos. We'd need a decentralized network of mini-brains like an octopus to keep him agile. I bet he'd be good at Sudoku puzzles too. And the Rubik's Cube. That blasted Rubik's Cube. Okay, we've got size, fire, intelligence, and toughness. But should we do this? Creating Godzilla is a stretch. The energy demands, the materials, the ethics, yikes. On second thought, ethics? What ethics? Let's do this thing. Even if we could engineer a giant reptile, the square cube law would make movement nearly impossible, and the radiation would probably fry everything nearby, including Godzilla. But you never know unless you try, right? Plus, where do you even put a 150-meter lizard? A really big bunker? But science is getting closer to parts of this puzzle. Genetic engineering, synthetic biology, and materials science are advancing fast. Maybe we could create a mini Godzilla, say 10 feet tall. That's a starting point, right? Godzilla's more than a monster. He's a symbol of nature's power and humanity's hubris. Whether or not we create him, the real question is, should we? Science can do incredible things, but maybe some monsters are best left on the big screen. What do you think? Could we build Godzilla? And would you really want to meet him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more wild science deep dives. Until next time, stay curious and watch out for giant lizards. Roar! Last little known fact, Godzilla likes to rock out on his custom Gibson Les Paul equipped with active EMG 81 and 85 pickups and tuned to drop C. This brutal sound is pushed through a crushing setup of Marshall amps and Boss pedals. An avid fan of speed and thrash metal, his favorite of course is Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult.